Thank you for having me. The instructions that the Israeli have gave to Gazan population without providing or guaranteeing their access to their most basic needs is clearly not compatible with the international humanitarian law. It's remotely impossible to imagine that the evacuation of over 1 million people is conducted safely, namely due to the fact that these population and under the current circumstances, under the current conditions, mainly the siege, the complete siege that Gaza is undergoing and the limited access to all basic needs, it's remotely impossible to imagine that such a mass population displacement is conducted safely. It's important to highlight that even in the best circumstances, not everyone will be able to leave. We are talking about elderlies, injured people, also people living with disabilities that will not be able to move or to relocate, and therefore there is a legal obligation for those people to be able to access their basic needs and to be hosted in while their safety is being respected.
Let me ask you, sorry to interrupt you, let me ask you, what are your contacts, your people telling you? I mean, what's the situation as you understand it on the ground from what you're hearing from your teams?
Our teams, just to highlight that we have 100 person from our colleagues currently in Gaza. Most of them are from Gaza with their families, and therefore they live in the same conditions and the same horrific situation that the population is undergoing right now. The reports and the statements and the testimonies we've been hearing from them are quite alarming. The situation, the humanitarian situation is nearly catastrophic. People lack of everything: access to food, access to water, electricity is non-existing. The health sector is undergoing tremendous pressure and is on the verge of full collapse. We talked to one of the surgeons of Al-Shifa hospital, one of the main hospitals in Gaza that is actually undergoing tremendous pressure as we're going. The surgeon highlighted that the operation rooms and the surgical theaters are busy 24 hours a day. He never saw such an amount of mass casualties, even in previous rounds of escalations. Overall, the situation is alarming on all levels. We call on all parties to respect their obligation under international humanitarian law, which consists mainly, and we highlight the fact that civilians' safety, civilian vital infrastructure must be respected at all times, that people must be able to access basic needs, including health, water, and food, and that also aid workers and first responders are able to conduct their job without risking their own lives. There have been reports of several aid workers who lost lives over the past days on both sides, in Gaza and in Israel, while these people lost their lives while they were trying to save lives. We want to present our condolences to the Palestinian Red Crescent that lost 4 of its members, and also the Megan David Adom National Society, who lost 1 person working with them.
Imane, we have to leave it there, I'm afraid. The clock is against us, but I'm very grateful indeed for your time, for coming on the programme. I'm sure we'll talk again in coming weeks. Imene Trabels from the International Committee of the Red Cross.